Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brothers Podcast Live. I am here. It is me, Trayvon, just one of the brothers. And I'm going to bring all my brothers in as soon as I bring myself in. Hold on. I got to find me. There I go. Hey, everybody. I'm here, and I'm so glad to be here. It is the Brothers Podcast Live that you are watching. And if you can do me a favor real quick before I bring all of my brothers in, I need you to share. Share right now, because tonight we've got a special announcement, and not just that, we've got a special show. All right, and so I want you guys to really just tune in right now, because I'm going to introduce my brothers. First, I got none other than our oldest brother, the one and only Pastor Pat. Pat, what's happening, sir? He's muted.
What's going on, man?
All right. All right, y'all. Then I got none other than the brother next in line. None other than Sherman, brother Sherman.
Hey, what's up, good people? How y'all doing?
Doing great, man. How's your week?
Phenomenal.
Don't worry, we don't care. Let's go on to the next brother. None other than I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Sherman, I'm joking. We care. We do care. All right, y'all. And then hold on. It's the famous brother. He's here. None other than hold on. He's gotta get ready. He's from the dressing room. Let's get him straight first. All right, we'll just bring on the baby brother. None other than Brandon. Early Sunday morning. Read the name. Brandon, how's it going, sir?
Bruh, did anybody else fall asleep during that countdown?
Did anybody else say anything until you got here?
Bruh, that long behind countdown. Bruh.
One more brother before you get started with your
my goodness, man. Like, what was we doing waiting for Jesus to come back?
One more brother before you get started with your mess.
Go ahead, man.
Thank you.
We waited long enough.
Aaron, I couldn't give you a proper introduction. Sorry, man. Couldn't give you a proper introduction, man.
He don't need no introduction. He was mad at the countdown too. We all sit here waiting to get in.
That ain't God, don't y'all believe that? Don't y'all believe none of that?
Waiting to get in, man. Oh my goodness.
Don't y'all believe any part of what Brandon's saying right now, other than the fact that the countdown was longer than he wanted it to be. Okay. All right. So how's your week going, man? Guys, are we live? Can y'all hear me?
I don't ever answer this question.
Hey man, I was sharing, so
I was hollering. I was hollering earlier, and somebody told me to quit hollering. Now I'm just talking, and
yeah, well, you talking about sharing and all of this stuff, so that's what I was doing. You've already asked me how my week was. It was great. How's your hairline doing? How's that?
You started this crap early. This is too early for that.
No, you the one who started by cutting me off. And I guess just because your hairline cut you off, you feel like you can cut everybody else off.
Golly, Jesus. I'm just, my God. Let's see what people say. Hey, everybody, y'all again, welcome to the Brothers Podcast Live. Y'all hear us. This is what we do. This is how we are. We're letting y'all into our space on tonight. So, hey, if this is your first time watching us, we want you to tell us where you're watching from. Tell us, well, we'll see who you are, but tell us where you're watching from, all right? All right, come on in, everybody. Hey, Tara.
Lumber almost took me out. Uh-oh.
They talking to each other. That's good. Tim, what's up, girl, Tempe?
Well, they had plenty of time with that 90-minute countdown.
Boy, I took a nap, woke up,
came
back, ate dinner.
Yo,
all right.
Trayvon, I may be in Fayetteville Friday. God,
you may be where?
What
did you say?
Yo, Mag, you can't do that, bro.
No, man.
You can't do that, bro.
Hey, y'all come for this dude. Find him. Find him when he's in the city.
So, hold on. Aaron, you say you might be at Hope Mills?
I said Fayetteville.
Oh, I thought you said Hope Mills.
I used to live in both. Hope Mills and Fayetteville.
Hey man, why that dude go past that one about the countdown? I seen you just be skipping stuff you don't want to read. That dude skip stuff he don't want to read.
April's comment.
There you go. See,
I put that up a long time. She was one of the first.
You put for 2 seconds. You went right through it, bro. We can hear you, Trey. We hear you.
Hey, you see how you going through those comments?
Yes.
That's how the countdown should have been. That quick.
Quick.
Well, since we're gonna do that, if y'all jokers were ready to go live, then I wouldn't have had to be such a long countdown.
I was here.
We were
I was
backstage.
accounting
Who
for
was
it.
backstage?
I was
you
back
were
here counting.
Pat, stay quiet. You were here, man of God. Sherman, your camera was here. You were not. Brandon, you had just gotten here. Okay.
Oh well, who's supposed to send this godforsaken link?
God forsaken, my God.
And then you finally, the first time you send it on time, you don't tell us you sent it. That's all I'm saying.
My God, come for me. Why don't you?
So instead of getting on and being ready, I said, well, I guess we ain't getting on tonight. I went and started playing 2K.
Brandon, you know what? Okay, you know what? Go ahead, Pat.
I was speaking to my auntie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was nice of you, Pat.
Tara has already gotten us started. So to all of my first-time guests, thank you so much for watching the Brothers Podcast. Tara is a part of our welcome committee. She's one of our ushers here, also along with Erica and Kiani, who evidently didn't show up for their duty stations today. Tara, find out where your team is today.
Where your kinfolk.
We might have guests today. We want them to feel welcome when they come into the house of the brothers. All right, you're welcome. So if it's your first time again, tell us where you're watching from or where you're tuning in from, so that we can say what's up to you. Shout out, hey, right here. All right. Hey, from the Queen City, y'all. Well, that's Mitch Blue. Hey, Uncle Mitch, thanks so much for tuning in, man. You keep tuning in. That's good for us. All right, who else is coming in? New Bern, North Carolina. Everybody say hey, New Bern. Isaiah's from New Bern. Brothers.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
What's up?
Wow. Is this real?
No, no. He sent that in the middle. Why would you wait till we start?
Jerk. Okay, we're greeting. Hey, we're greeting our first time guest right now.
Praise the Lord, saints.
Man, no, you didn't.
All right. Say hello to Isaiah. Isaiah from New Bern, guys.
What's going on, man? Thanks for getting on tonight. If nobody else will say it.
Praise the Lord.
Pastor Pat said something earlier. All right. Say hello to Michelle. Michelle from New York.
New York.
All right. She did with you, Pastor Brandon. That's all right.
Yep, that's my.
Kiani, the same don't know where Kiani's at. I'm trying to figure out too. Dale from Sanford, North Carolina. What's up,
What's
Dale?
going on, Dale?
Dale.
Sanford is a wonderful place.
We are the brothers, and we just want to have a good time. We have some conversation, tonight's conversation. You know what? Let me. I haven't shared yet. So while they clown and do all of that, can we talk? Can we talk here, please? So,
bruh, I've been talking. You don't want to hear what I gotta say. That's the problem.
Text message while we're live right here on the show. He could just talk to us right here. However, he said, what did I say? He's clearly sending text messages. Sending text messages.
Wow.
Did you open the text?
No, I didn't.
All right, then. You know why he didn't say it up here.
Oh. Oh, okay. Praise God then. All right. Okay.
You know, I got something for you. Hold on.
No, leave it alone. Brenda Lucky, everybody say hey to Brenda from Rayford in the house. Come on, Rayford.
Rayford. Oh, Hope County. In the back of the woods. Substation number 2.
He is watching from Fayetteville. All of my first timers, thank you. You're still coming in. Y'all keep sharing. This is what we like. Keep it up. Keep sharing these numbers.
Hey, Pat, is substation number 2 still open?
Oh, yeah, it's still open.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yes, it's still
I haven't
open.
been to Rayford in a while.
Oh, God, the particles.
I told y'all it's still open. I just come from up there.
You went and ate there?
I didn't eat. I just went by there. They're still open.
Hey, put a sub on ice for me, man. Substation good. Substation number 2, excuse me.
Number 2.
Yeah, it gotta be number 2.
Gotta be number 2. Even though I never seen a number 1.
I was gonna say, where number 1 at?
Number 1 is just substation.
All right, Trey, let's get this show on the road.
Hey, take that hoodie off, man.
You mean
He just
He know it ain't hot. He know it ain't cold in there, boy. He act like he's freezing.
this city? And I think he just wanted to get me started so Sherman can have something to complain about. However, Carl, I'm not gonna let Sherman call me vain today. Not at all. I'm not gonna let him call me vain. I'm just gonna protect myself.
Hey man, he only got a couple more days. Just let him have this one.
7 more days, Sherman. Just 7. Tell the Saints to vote for me, and we'll be all right.
Now, Trey, I wonder what you're gonna do with all that stuff.
Hey, look, let me tell you something real quick. So I'm gonna tell a story. This is true.
I pray you win. I desire for you to win, but if you don't,
well, listen, Sherman, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Hold on. Let me tell you the truth. So, to be honest with you, I was in there getting this stuff made, right? And then the lady, the graphic designer, she was like, "So, Mr. McNeil, how about instead of just putting the logo, you put elect and school board on the bottom?" I said, "No, ma'am, hold on. I don't want you to do that because just in case I lose, I need to be able to wear this again." I said, "I'm real about this. There's a possibility out there."
It's gonna turn into his ministry logo.
There you go. I'm gonna keep this right here pretty relevant.
That boy gonna turn that misery into ministry.
Well, dang, Sherman, I'm gonna lose that bad. It's gonna be misery.
No, he's
what? Hey, so
My God.
now here's the thing about us brothers, right? We definitely support each other, but when we fail, we definitely make fun of each other.
Part is true.
If
Very
you
true.
Get 3 votes and the other person gets hundreds, I'm screenshotting it and we having a show. I don't care what time of the day it is.
I'm going through faves and I'm gonna take pictures of every sign I see.
If I lose, I'm pulling them up that night.
Look,
no lie. Are we really gonna go live right then? I mean,
somebody posted a picture
right then.
of one of his
I don't
guys,
care in the day.
and it was in the woods.
Wait, what'd you say, Pat?
I said today somebody posted a picture of one of your signs, and it was in the woods, woman.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, is my sign in the woods? But I'm gonna tell y'all that this whole political thing, man. Alicia says somebody get Pastor Pat another bottle of water. That one is depleted. Somebody, please.
I got a little bit. Thank you for paying attention. But
Pat, man, I will salute you, man, because you've been doing good with drinking water, right? Holding true to that. Wow, no, I'll take my salute back. Now, your face told on you, brother.
We do certain things because it's on social media.
Amen. Okay. Oh, someone's sitting here.
All right, what are we talking about?
Hold on. We held on for that countdown, bro. If you're not prepared yet, let's move. Oh my God.
All right, so in our conversations throughout the week, guys, sometimes we find out what we're going to talk about as we're having personal conversations throughout the week. And again, as we've stated since the beginning, right here is basically how the brothers are with each other privately, and we just invite you guys in. So one of the conversations that we were talking about just amongst the brothers were how we handle ourselves on social media, and how, sometimes how we handle ourselves on social media can be a detriment to our ministry, our business, our personal lives, so on and so forth. So our conversation tonight is going to center around that, and then offense. People getting offended in ministry. How do you handle that, and what do you do? So we'll do that and try to make it work the best way we can. I think I want to start with the offense thing if we can, brothers. Would y'all prefer that? Let's see what angle y'all want to come from.
I'm offended that you didn't ask us.
Are we taking a different approach from the last time we talked about being offended?
Yeah, well,
and
I don't know.
The second time we talked about being offended?
We talked about offended that many times? Well, Sean, Patrick, just repeat yourself.
You wanted to do it again, but I wasn't, I didn't want to say nothing. I was trying to be nice, but Pat did that.
Thank you, Brother Brandon, for being nice. I appreciate it.
I think we should go to the other thing.
Okay, here's what made me think of that. Seriously. I'm thinking of some of the reasons that people choose to post things that essentially lead them to, making decisions through their posts that are just not wise. So I thought about it a lot of times because somebody is offended by something, which leads them to making a rational decision to discuss it, on social media. So that's what made me say that. So somebody may not have been here for that show. Let's talk about it. All right? Say yes. You ain't got it.
Boy, I'm a grown man. You ain't gonna tell me what to say.
Hey, man, please.
Lady Nicole, where are you? Lady Nicole, where art thou?
We need her grace tonight. All right.
Your husband done went left field for real.
So here's the question for you guys.
My fault, man. My fault.
Shut up, Aaron. Aaron, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So, okay. All right. So, question. My question, or the first question tonight is: have you got either of you guys ever been offended while doing ministry? And let's not limit it to ministry, business as well. Have you ever? Let's start with ministry. Have you ever been offended while doing ministry?
Yeah, man.
Definitely. You
Definitely.
done ministry over 5 minutes. You've been offended.
Yeah.
Explain that.
I think that's kind of like.
I think it was a metaphor with the 5 minutes.
I used to be offended. I used to be offended at the age statement, like you're too young, or you a pastor, you look mighty young to be a pastor, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I get that all the time.
Yeah, I get that a lot. There's not a lot of young pastors in my area. So when I first got here and they saw the photo with locks, they thought I was coming up here with locks. So people were talking about that. So I was offended before I even made it up here. I didn't even have locks no more.
What made you take offense prior to getting there?
Well, they were already talking about my locks, man. Bruh, and I didn't even have locks no more. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, because you can look at
Chris.
Say what?
That was my friend Chris you posted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put it down so we could catch it in a second. But I was going to say, Brandon, I mean, you did say it, but what I'm trying to get you to maybe expound on, maybe what was it about there? You
don't know me, but you're talking about me. I hadn't even stepped. I had only been in New York like one time, so there's really no point in you talking about me like that. So
yeah,
that's why I was offended.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a tiny offense that you can get over. There's a lot bigger offenses when you're doing ministry that we just have to keep rolling with, especially when you're a leader. You don't really have time to just dive into how people offend you. You just got to keep moving.
Keep moving.
I want to deal with the keep moving piece, but after we finish up here, okay? So let's look at some of these comments right quick. People say things online they would never say out loud, yet out of the heart flows Facebook posts. Let's start with this. I'm offended that Pastor Aaron's son, AB Estefan, saying, "Hey, big head," when I called. Okay. All right. So, Kiani says she's been offended while worshiping. She's a praiser and a worshiper. She stands in a lot of service. She raised her hands. She says a mother tapped her one time and told her she couldn't see. She was offended by that. All right. Okay. Well, let me tell you about the time. I'll say this. I think some things that offend people, a lot of times it's because our hearts are already in a place of offense where we've been offended by something and we have not dealt with that. So when we have not dealt with one issue in our heart, then when something else happens that may look good, then maybe even not. It may be relative to it. For example, I was hurt in the church by somebody saying something about me. And then nobody said anything about you this time. However, something else did happen in the church, or related to the church. Now you got our issue. So I think that those type of things a lot of times when we don't deal with an issue, then we find room for more issues, if that makes sense. Aaron, what are you laughing at? Oh, okay. What's going on in that mind? Yeah, we're waiting on it. When I started talking, he sat back and got nervous. Pat, what you got on it, man? And wait, before you comment, I want to make this clear that when we talk about doing it for ministry or in ministry, I don't want us to limit ourselves to people who are in ministry as far as pastors, preachers, and things of that nature. If you're in the church, period, if you're doing ministry, if you're doing anything with the ministry, I want you to be included in this conversation. So don't think that we'll leave you out of it. We want to help. So if there's a time you were offended, you still need to deal with it. Let's talk about it. All right? Go ahead, sir.
I think that sometimes when we look at offended, we automatically rush to the response of the offended. And so now we have created a culture that if people are offended, then they kind of want it to be, or they were looking for a reason to feel offended. But I think that everybody has at some point, been offended, but I think it's the response that you give offense.
Mm-hmm. You said the response?
Yes. How you respond to offense is, really what matters.
That's your level of maturity.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Your level of maturity will dictate how you're able to respond to people offending you.
Yeah.
Whether that causes you to stop or you able to keep moving and ministering in spite of it.
I tell people this all the time. We're not responsible for how people deal with us or how people treat us. We're responsible for how we respond to people, how we deal with people. And so regardless of how someone speaks to you or, says what they say to you, you're not responsible for how they deal with you. You're responsible for how you respond. And I think that's important for us to remember. So same thing with offense. You've got to make sure that your response to an offense is one that does please the God that you say you serve, or reflects us, I think that's important. Sherman, what's up with you? What's going on with you? What's your thoughts?
I'm just listening to the conversation.
Oh, not engaged in it, just listening.
Well, no, I'm very much engaged. I'm listening because I for me, it's hard sometimes to reason with some of the things that people are offended by, because I think Brandon said it's a maturity thing, and sometimes I'm like, you still being offended by that, right? But I have to realize that just because it's not something I will be offended by doesn't make it
something that people would take offense.
You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to gather my words before you called on me. So I'm very much engaged. It's just I feel like now, and I saw somebody post it or say it, but I feel like now the magic word to getting what you want is to say I'm offended.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Lady Ashley
really? Say again?
Lady Ashley posted that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, that's me. I'm like, are we offended by this? Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just me.
No, that's a good perspective to have. So let me look at some of the comments. Isaiah says the ministry is no place for the thin skin. I want to.
You must be impervious.
Impervious.
I want to say this. It's not to counter what he says. I don't want not to go against what he says. However, my thoughts. I'm more like a word person. I want to be careful with verbiage. And so to say that ministry is not a place for the thin skin, I understand what he said, what he means, because I'm in ministry. However, I want to be clear that if you're not thick-skinned, be prepared to have to build that thick skin, for the process that you deal with in ministry to strengthen your skin, if that makes sense, Like you're not going to stay thin skinned for for the lack of better words, if you're going to do ministry, you know?
Yeah, and I think too we need to be careful not to become so thick-skinned that we don't feel anymore.
Yeah.
And you know that makes us, you know, I think we still need to have a you know, a place where we feel certain things. Like even again, there's just certain things that I'm not offended by, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't feel for it, if that makes sense.
Empathy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to say real quick, yeah, that we get so thick-skinned that we're not honest. Ooh. And I think that even for me, like I've had to be honest, like I've been through some stuff and I need to handle it, right? But you could have that thick skin and keep going and have unresolved issues that keep popping up later on, right? You're able to push it down for a moment and then it pops back up later on. And so even for me now, like I'm preparing myself to do some things for my mental health, you know, just because, you know, you try to be thick skin, and then you're not honest with yourself and say, man, I really need to sit down and get some ways to process what I've went through in the past to help me. Not that I'm, you know, going to just stop, but to help me to keep going and to be able to recover from what I went through. You know, you can have thick skin and still haven't recovered from what you've been through before. And I think that's the thing. We just need to be honest with ourselves.
And that goes back to a few episodes ago, B, something that you really enjoy talking about, and that is making sure that we don't try to self-bandage everything. You know, some stuff we got to be honest with ourselves and say, you know what, I need to sit down and speak with someone about this. I need to sit down and talk with someone about how to handle what has, you know, afflicted me. Mm-hmm. I think that's important for us to remember.
Leadership is in any capacity. Leadership is such a it's just not a good like I'm looking at, you know, the presidential race right now and the things that people are saying about Donald Trump, the things that are saying about his family, the things people are saying about Joe Biden and his family, the things that people are saying about Kamala Harris and her family, the things people are saying about Mike Pence, the things that people are still saying about President Obama and his family. It's like, do they ever get the opportunity to be offended or say they're offended? Or do we just say, oh, no, it comes with the position, right? Like,
man, everybody has the answers till they have to sit in the seat.
Right.
Everybody knows they have all the answers, know what you're supposed to do till they actually have to do it. And I think that it's just sad. People will say all kind of stuff. They talk the same way you think they talking about them. They talking about you and all of us too.
Right.
It's your leadership position. And I'm Patrick's thoughts. If you're finished, what the world? What the world? Pat is not like that, man. I will not let you dog Smokey the Bear like that. That joker is a kind heart. He is a kind-hearted individual, and you will not do him like that.
Oh, all right. Let me go through some of these comments, guys. Let me tell you guys this.
And he's been nice to you tonight, man. He hasn't even bothered.
He's only been nice because he ain't said nothing yet. Aaron is laughing because he's waiting on Pat. He just keeps pointing. He's waiting on Pat to just let it go. All right, so guys, if you're watching, if it's your first time, I want you to know that if we don't put the comment up on the screen, it's not because we don't want to. Sometimes we don't see them because so many do come through at one time. All right. Pierre says, I used to get offended when they tell me I'm too loud in church, but now I can care less. Oh, can I ask y'all a question, for brothers?
Pierre, you do laugh pretty loud. I can hear you laugh. It's pretty loud, Pierre. And it be at the quiet times too, Pierre. So I can see why they would. No, I'm just kidding.
So I have a question for y'all based upon what Pierre said. Do y'all think that sometimes, because you know he says he's too loud, but now he could care less? Do you think sometimes you should care about how much noise you like? You know what I mean? It's
not in my church.
I don't.
What?
I think it's.
The way I'm trying to say it. I know it sounds crazy, but
what?
I'm trying to think of how to word what I'm trying to say.
I think it's the environment you have to kind of be mindful of. you know.
What?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, because I think some people sometimes we can become careless and become obnoxious, and we're being obnoxious ignorantly. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
in other words, we know that they are upset because we're loud, so we be loud on purpose.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
And
if it's well, I guess I'm just if it's authentic, then it doesn't matter to me. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's authenticity though. But I guess that's where that's the answer to the question. Part of it is it only is not. I don't want to say it's not right. It's only obnoxious if it's not authentic. You know, and it's done to intentionally.
This the dude that jumps in people's church talking about praise is going too far.
Who said that?
You talking about you jumping in people's pulpit, your foot over the lectern.
They invite me. They already know what I do. Patrick Grace told me years ago, if they invite you, that's because they wanted you and not Joel Osteen. If they invited you, they wanted you and not another preacher.
Well, if you invited me, then you wanted my praise and not Joel Osteen.
But I'm not talking about the preacher. I'm just saying, period. I'm just saying,
that's what I'm saying. If I was invited to your church, I'm a praiser.
But I mean, okay, what if I wasn't invited? What if I just showed up to your church? I don't, you know what I'm saying? So if it's authentic, the culture of that house.
It may mean that these folk don't know when to shout, and you do.
That's actually some truth to that. You see,
we folk quiet.
I've been in places, man, and I want to agree with Brand. It's when you're authentic, you know, and when you're authentic, you know, I mean, what are people going to say? You know, don't come back, and then they ask you not to come back, then you go somewhere else, you know. But I think the key is, you know, doing it on purpose, being obnoxious, you know. Then you're out of the spirit. You're no longer being authentic.
You know what?
Go ahead and read it, Trey.
Wait.
Read that.
I will. Hold on one second.
Yep.
Kiani, I just want to point out to everybody, all Catholic churches are not quiet. There are charismatic Catholics who shout, speak in tongues, and do all of that. So I just want to make sure that we do know that. Not saying you did not know that. I just want to make that point since it was there. You said read this next comment first.
Hey, she right though. When they say he died,
you guy who's in Raleigh actually. Well, he was in Raleigh, and not at my church, but he was in Raleigh. So he's been to our church, and he's like super expressive during service, like very loud, running around the church praising, and he actually ended up leaving the church, and now he's dead because he was offended by people who kept telling him to be quiet. I think he overdosed actually, but he came to our church a couple of times, and he was very loud, very expressive, but I actually talked to him, and he was offended because too many people were telling him to be quiet all the time.
Wow.
So he ended up leaving the church. And I think that's one of the things that we have to beware of, because we hurt people in our church, not understanding that they have a possibility of leaving the church.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Wow. So in moments like that, where, let me read this comment real quick. I think the biggest issue is we don't really understand that we can agree to disagree. People get offended rather in church or not. So if you don't understand that way, my way or your way, your thoughts or my thoughts are just what they are. My success in life is based on my failures and my falls, and my spiritual connection is not based on what others think that may work, but only by my experiences. I post things based on the reality of it's up to me to have self-control and agree to disagree. Okay. Kiani says, go to Kiani's comment, Trey.
Sorry.
Is it offensive? Should we then hold on to our praise? And I think that's the comment I wanted to get to that lines up with what Matt just said, right? In those moments where you're in a ministry, you know, you're loud or whatever the case may be. I mean, how do you, like, y'all address that? Should a person hold on to their praise, or, I mean, how do you handle it?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Again, if it's authentic, if you held on to it, you'd be wrong. So I think that you be who you are. Pat knows. I think I've talked with this about Pat a long time ago. New Bethel, there was a woman who would come in every Sunday, and when she get her foot on the door, she'd start praising God. And one Sunday she came late, and they told her not to praise God when she came in, and she praised God anyways. And that next Sunday, the usher was dead. Usher did try to sit her down. So I don't mess with nobody when they praising God. You don't know, you know, if it's on you and it's authentic, you go ahead and be who you are, and I'm not messing with you.
Right.
I think Pat said something about the praise police yesterday or something like that.
That's the problem, man. We got people in church that think they're the church police, and they think that people are praising them instead of praising God. And so they do like the disciples did with Jesus when the woman came for Jesus, and the disciples said, "Send her away, for she cries out to us." She won't concern them. She won't even talking to them. And so that's the problem with the church. We look at it that, okay, if you don't praise at my level, or you don't praise when we say praise, or how we praise, then your praise is, not welcomed. And so we got to stop trying to be the church police.
That's right. Everybody come to see you. We came to see Jesus.
Everybody come to see you, Otis.
I think also we got to understand that people's praises are different.
Yeah, that's nice, Trey. But what I really want to get to is
it doesn't matter what you got to say.
Oh, you almost made me choke.
Aaron, you see that text?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sherman, go ahead to the next one.
okay.
Blue.
No, you go ahead. Okay.
No,
we think of them only leaving our church and never consider that people may leave God based on being offended with an experience at our church. Definitely true. Definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, again, I think that's why we have to take even though it may, like Sherman said earlier, it may not be something that's offensive to you, but we do have to take people being offended to a certain extent seriously. There's some things that are beyond your control, but then there are some things that you need to take time with and deal with. And I think that's what, discernment that God gives you in maturity as a leader to deal with those people who may be offended.
Man, that brought to mind, man. I remember when I was like, I was probably like maybe 6 or 7, really. I went to church with my dad was preaching, and this lady, she was kind of maybe a heavy set lady. I had to sit with her in church, and she started shouting and stepped on my toe with her heel. I was offended. I was offended and hurt.
Yeah, and hurt. That's church hurt.
I was hurt the rest of the service. I was hurt.
Hey, can I shift this conversation just a little bit? Because I don't want it to be, offended, because I think about praise and stuff. How do you handle offense during correction? When someone is correcting you? Because I gotta be honest, every time I was corrected, I received the correction, but I was still offended, if that makes sense.
I mean, you receive it. Like,
yeah, so how do you handle it?
It's all about your response. I think correction is supposed to offend you, but it's how you respond to it.
Yeah.
If you're corrected and it doesn't move you, it doesn't do anything, then
So I handled correction wrong one time. I had a pastor in Fayetteville, and you guys know his name. I don't recall his name, but if you know me, you know who it is. And I had got a flat tire on the way to service, and I was late Sunday morning, and it was just so much going on. So when I got in service, he looks over at me and said, "Ain't no need of you blaming the devil. You should have got new tires." I was corrected, but I was offended because he did it in front of people. You understand what I'm saying? And I received it because it wasn't the devil's fault. I knew I should have got a tire or however the case may be.
But sure, again, go ahead. Well, I'll just say this, Pat, and you go.
Well, hold on, let me finish. So I was his organist. So when I got on the organ, I didn't put him in his normal key. I put him in a whole higher key. And
we still trying to get it off your record in heaven right there. Because that's
hey, bro, my pastor said you never make a point in worship, don't you? He said you don't ever try to prove a point in worship.
Listen,
they still got that on your report card up there.
you need to do some extra stuff to get that off.
I was so flustered. I was like, you want to correct me?
Hey, man, but rebuke is based off a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, people read that Bible, so they say rebuke, and they think they can just go around rebuking everybody. Not rebuke is based. That's being written to a community of people who are close enough to be able to rebuke one another in love. And so rebuke is based off relationship. He wouldn't have done that to just anybody. He did that to you because he had relationship with you to rebuke like that. So even if it offends you, you still take it and say, man, I know where that's coming from. Absolutely. So, I may be, because McDougal offended me a couple times. I don't care if you offended me, McDougal. I love you. Hey, he know he did. There's a couple. We had some knockdown drag outs, boy. But it was from love. Rebuke was on relationship, and I just took it.
Aaron, you see your better half.
She just bringing it.
Hey, they do like that though. She's
my most difficult member.
This is the funny thing. She gonna say I ain't one of your little members in front of your members.
Nikki
so
said,
everybody that go to MMCC Raleigh is little.
Look, Nicole down here too. Yeah, that's how they be acting.
She said, Lady Nikki said, the eye roll that I be doing with Pastor Brandon be trying to help me.
It's real, man. It's hard
Brandon,
time.
is that what you call it when you rebuke her? I'm trying to help you, baby. I'm just talking. I ain't trying to help nobody. I'm being a pastor.
Patrick, how do you rebuke people?
Oh God.
Don't.
I'm not. I mean, my thing is, I'm not much of a rebuker. But I do ask people, because some people do say, well, I got offended by what you said or what you preach or whatever. My question to them is always, I didn't ask you, did it hurt your feelings? I asked you, is it true? Because a lot of times, it's not that we're offended. The problem is that the truth is true.
That's what everybody was waiting on.
And that's the problem. You mad that I pointed out the truth. You mad that he pointed out the fact that you needed new tires. So you got offended not by how he said it or when he said it or where he said it. You got offended that he put the truth in your face. So I ask people all the time, I didn't ask you, did it hurt your feelings? I didn't ask you if you made you cry. Was it true?
Now, let me ask you guys this. Trey, I'm sorry, Trey. I'm going to let you get back.
Oh, no, you're good. Seriously.
So we hear this a lot. And how do you guys feel about it when talking about the truth, right? Is it how you say it or does it matter because it's the truth?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
How you say it, you can kind of change how you say it because you don't want to offend, and people will still take offense.
I think that all, and that's true. But I think
That happened to me.
goes back to relationship again. You know, if you're in relationship with an individual or with a group, however you want to put it, and they receive you for who you are, they know your heart. I think it's, you know, even when offense comes, they know that the offense is not intentional. You know what I mean? This is not meant to offend you. This is meant to correct you, guide you, direct you, whatever your instruction was. That's what I think.
So my approach to that is this.
That's the relationship.
My thoughts on that is this. You can say it in the nicest way you want to. It's a matter of how they perceive it. If they want to get offended by it, they're going to get offended by it. You can sweeten it as much as possible. If they want to be offended by the fact that you even dealt with the situation, they're going to be offended. So, you know, you can say, some people, you can come to them and talk harsh to them, and they appreciate it. Some people, you can come to them and, I mean, be as calm and sweet and loving, and they still get offended. Why? Because you dealt with the situation. You put
That's
the
right.
truth in their face. So, again, I don't think how you say it has much of an effect as much as how they perceive it, which is something you can't control.
I do think you have to know who you're talking to, though, right? I mean, when you're saying it, how you say it, you know, if you're talking to me, I may be able to take you, you know, yelling at me and saying, Brandon, what the heck are you doing? You know, now I would that boy got scared. I'm done. Why? I got
Brandon, he challenged your moral compass, didn't he, Brandon?
right then, right? Like, come on, bruh. I done been doing this for a long time, Bo. I ain't never had that problem my man had when he cussed in the pulpit. Been doing this a long time.
Hey, that thing was, I'm sorry, but that thing was hilarious.
Joker said,
yeah. He should just kept going. They wouldn't know.
Nobody would have known. I just think you got to know it's for me. It's discernment on knowing who you're talking to, but I'm with you, Pat. However you say it, if it's truth, and even if you're using word is not dull, it's sharp. So if it cuts, it's gonna make, you know, somebody's gonna make noise somehow. So you just have to be, you know, Bible says God's not giving us a spirit of fear, power, love, sound mind. Sound mind meaning wisdom. So whatever I say when I get out, I don't have to be fearful of the consequences afterwards. You take it however it was done, and if I'm doing it by the Holy Spirit, I just take whatever happens after that.
I can't read these comments. You're going too fast.
You're going so fast. I didn't even look at it.
Just some
Hey,
of them
Mia.
on the screen
I
so we
saw
can read
Mia
them
up
all.
there.
Shanetta says she gets offended when her grandma rebukes her, and she does it with a smile.
Shanetta's whole family smiles. It's so funny. They just smiling all together.
Oh, my grandma she didn't rebuke nice.
I was going to say, not mine.
Trey, you remember when we almost got shot?
What
they were
was
shooting
because you calling some stuff out. Oh,
I'm just saying-
yes.
Yeah.
So, we were butts.
Yeah, we was on bus and almost got shot. I went back to my grandma. I thought she was gonna hug me and say she was glad to see me alive.
Get over there.
What you doing over there then? I was like, Grandma.
Oh, that was good.
That's love. That means she was a little scared.
Hey, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Next segment.
Next segment already.
Topic.
Are we gonna talk about what not to post, or are we gonna leave that alone?
No, that's what I'm saying. That we're gonna jump into that real quick.
Oh God.
And so when we talk about offense, as I stated earlier, a lot of times offense leads to us posting what we feel, right? So
I got a lot of that last week.
Okay. My question was starting off, is social media the devil? I know that's very basic, but let's go there real quick.
I'm so sorry.
Is it the freaking devil?
Hey man, that boy, whose grandpa is this over here getting these questions? Hey man,
Come on now.
I like almost anything. It depends on whose hands it's in. It can be either a tool or a weapon. So
Everybody
I
go
hope
with
it ain't the
that.
devil since we up here.
Say what?
right?
Y'all might be some devils. Y'all might be some heathens up here.
If it's the devil, the church still is benefiting from it.
10 years ago, it was the devil because it was new.
yeah, I think sometimes we will demonize what we don't understand yet.
Mm-hmm.
They said Jesus was a devil, so I mean,
Social media was the devil until they had to have that Facebook Live in March.
they love it now.
The devil helped them get that offering.
Mac, that's too far.
It is too far. Stop.
A little too far. Man.
Electricity is the devil. Rain is the devil. Used fish oil is the devil. Let's move on, please.
Use fish oil.
Yeah, you can't reuse that. You can't do nothing with that after that's done.
Can social media sometimes become a stumbling block? And how this is really where the conversation goes.
If you get too engulfed in it, it can be.
What do you mean? What do you mean get too engulfed in it?
If you're the type of person that as soon as you wake up, you grab your phone, you're on social media all through the day, you ignore that that notification that comes up in your phone that says screen time. It shows you how long you've been on Facebook, how much you've been on social media, and it can become a stumbling block. You've wasted time. You could have been praying. You could have been studying things that you didn't get done. If you add up the time you were on social media, that was all the time you needed to get that stuff done. That's how it can become a stumbling block.
Unless social media is making you money.
Yeah, and Aaron, I'll add to that because you're absolutely correct. But then there are people like myself who don't spend a lot of time on social media, but when I do, I have to be careful because I will. If I'm not careful, I'll end up comparing myself, right? Especially on Monday morning when I'm going through and seeing my colleagues preaching at their church. I see their backdrop, or I see their how they present. I'm like, man, I should have did that, and then I keep going. So I don't spend a lot of time up there, but and it can be a stumbling block because I have to realize, Sherman, be inspired, don't compare, right? Run your race, and let it help your creativity. So I think it's a matter of mindset, especially, let's just be honest, especially if it's one of those Sundays where things didn't just go, when things didn't go to plan, go accordingly.
Hey man,
boy, somebody else's that went accordingly. You're like, man, my never mind, I ain't gonna go that far. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that leads us into this next question. And here it is. How do you guys feel about the statement, "It's my page, I can post what I want"? When people start talking like that, let's say there's an individual that you have to correct because of something that's on their page,
Those are the same people who try to contact people's job when they're racist.
I absolutely agree with the statement. I don't think there's anything wrong with the statement. I absolutely positively agree with the statement. It is your page. You can post whatever you want. However, it's my company and I can fire you for what you post on on your page. So that's my stance on it.
You only hear your church members say that stuff.
I totally, like Sherman said, I totally agree with the statement. It's your page. Post what you want. But at the same time, if you're going to take ownership of your page, you got to take ownership of the consequences that's going to come behind what you post.
There you go.
Come on now.
So not only is it your page, but now that's your image. That's your That's your image. That's your character. That's everything you now doing is at stake. Why? Because it's your page. And you post what you want. So you got to take ownership of the consequences that come with it.
Pastor Sherman tells his members they don't have a Facebook page anymore when they join his church. Want to explain that, Pastor Sherman?
Yeah, it's what I said. It's self-explanatory. I said what I said.
What do you mean by it, Sherman? We know you meant it.
If any of your views go against the views of Mount Moriah Community Church Wilson, then you're dismissed from the leadership. That's for leaders.
Yeah,
that's for those who stand up in front of people.
Right.
Very true. You just flying through these things, Trey. We can hear it.
they're coming in, man.
I mean, good God, bro. You gotta get some headphones so we don't hear that click, or click it a little softer, boy.
You hear the click?
Yeah.
He got that old HP mouse.
I definitely have a MacBook Air, you little.
You can hear pow, pow.
That boy got an HP mouse.
And Jared said, I feel like a lot of people use it to be unaccountable. That's true. I think so.
Preaching the word. Thirst trap pigs doing
Yeah, it's for leaders, Karina.
Yeah. All right. So overall, would you say it's important as leaders? Let's talk to leaders now, okay? Well, we believe it. We're all saying that it's important that we mind what we post on our social media pages.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important to mind be mindful of what you post, right? I mean, especially if you post a lot, you're bound to post something that's going to be offensive to someone, right? But the aim is to not do it purposely. You know what I'm saying? Not to be like, oh, I know this is going to set some people off, just for sure, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, just definitely be mindful of what you post, because again, you may be able to take the post back, but you can't take the perception back. Once people get anything in their mind, you can hit delete, but you can't delete it out of people's minds. And with screenshot error going on.
That's what I was gonna say. You can delete now, but you really can't delete, because if you do something crazy, by the time you get done, man, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. So you really have to, take. Trayvon always says it. I think, take your witness seriously. You don't want anything to jeopardize you being able to witness. You are the visible image of Christ. And so, and that's in person and on Facebook. You have an image on Facebook, and I mean, it's crazy, but you have to think, if Jesus had social media, would he post something like this?
And you know what, man? Another thing for me, I try not to post things that need an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And because I mean, it's especially me, I'll post something and then forget, not look at it and respond to people's comments and stuff like that. But I try not to post things that need an explanation. Such as I saw somebody. Well, I don't want to go into that, but I'll say it. With the political climate, I saw someone post, Trump is God's man and we need to reelect him or we'll be destroyed. And I was like, you know what I mean? Whether it's Obama, whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden or what, I mean, as a believer, there's just some things I'm not going to post. You know what I'm saying? Even though I may have my own personal interpretation, personal feelings, or whatever the case may be, there are just some things I'm not going to post. For that reason, the Bible teaches us to avoid controversy. So, that's just me.
Hey, okay, let me just say this because I thought this was really good. Alicia says, Pastor always tells us to go to a mentor or someone that can help you see it from a different perspective.
Don't come to vent on Facebook. Like, just don't. I think we haven't said that tonight, but this is not the place to vent, like, and tell the world all your problems.
You're not
Like,
safe here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember just this past week, I text a couple of things to an individual so that I would not post it.
mm,
And what I discovered and what I've seen about most pastors that like to post stuff on social media like that, they do it for one or two reasons. They want to get their side out before the truth come out, or they just want to play victim.
Mm.
and then somebody else makes money off of your misery.
Of course.
And I don't,
Okay, so let me share this too from a
go
different
ahead, my friend.
brothers. Right. There was a time where and we got to kind of look at things from a total perspective. Now, Brent, I totally agree. This is just not the place to be, right?
Yeah.
But then when a person is going through a certain situation in their mind at the time, right? This is logical. This is like you can reason like with this and at the person at the time in their mind, right? Which is why it's important to have friends, family, mentors who can hold you accountable and be like, hey, yo, what you about to do is not smart. You understand what I'm saying? And still in that place. So because I've been there where, like last year was just like a crazy year for me. And I'm like, yeah, I find myself doing lives and saying stuff that in my normal state I wouldn't have said. You know what I'm saying? And I had to have some of y'all be like, hey, yo, so don't go live no more. You know what I'm saying? And in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying anything bad, right? In my head, I thought it made sense.
But I will say you didn't say anything that would jeopardize your standing as far in the church. And I think that's I mean, I get what I'm saying is like there is saying things that you probably shouldn't say on Facebook. And then there's going that extra step when you've gone too far and there's no coming back. And that's what I'm talking about. There's, when you get out here and you put these things online, there's some things you can say and people can look at and be like, man, he's going through a tough time. Then there are some things that just a step further. And even though you're going through a tough time, when words get out, you can't take those things back.
No, you can't take it back at all.
And so, we have to find somebody we can talk to other than trying to talk to social media. Because I saw somebody said you just setting yourself up for bad advice because these jokers on here don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. And he don't give you no advice. People be sending us questions to give them advice. We be up here. I'm gonna stop. Anyways.
So man, this is when I'm in that unhealthy place. And I'm in what I would say is a bleeding moment of my life. I log out of all social media to keep myself from posting. I even go as far as if I'm in an unhealthy place, I will bring somebody to come in and preach for me so I'm not bleeding across the pulpit. And I'm not taking my frustration out through my sermon. Because I've always said this about social media. One thing social media is good at doing is giving voice to ignorance and uniting the fools. So just as soon as you post something, other people that think like you gonna validate why you posted what you post.
Hey, Pat, just Pat. Well, say that one more time, man.
I already got it, Doc.
Say that
media. Social media give voice to the it gives voice to the ignorant and unites the fools. So I can be a fool in North Carolina and post something and connect with another fool in California that makes me validate why I said what I said.
Did you say I said what I said?
Yeah, that validates.
Hey, yo, Pat, listen, man. I want to announce to everybody watching us that Patrick Grace is coming out with a book of sayings in 2021. It's so good to me.
Oh God.
That is good. All right, y'all, we got to get ready for the next segment.
Oh God.
All right. Hold
This
on.
dude been sitting there slouched over this whole time, sitting on that wisdom.
It was bubbling up,
Hey,
man.
right?
Like I said earlier, is it true?
Well, we're offended.
I'm not offended. He wasn't talking to me. I don't know no fool I'm connecting with. Oh God.
Oh man.
A network of fools.
We on you, Trey.
Okay, my bad. Actually, Sherman, I want to go to you first, if that's cool.
Okay.
All right.
It definitely wasn't his idea.
I'm so confused.
He's a thief. Oh,
I'm like
thief.
super confused right now. What happened?
Hey, bro, I said this just a long time ago. Then Sherman said it, and it's everybody
Sherman
like,
said it.
yeah.
So, Brandon, we give it over to you then, Brandon.
Nah, bro, nah. It won't good
the
enough when I
announcement.
said it, man.
Yeah.
When I said it, I was wrong.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is our season finale. All right. We're gonna take a break.
This was a
After
season.
Brandon,
This is a finale, Brandon. Okay.
This was a season.
Sherman.
It's a finale. Okay. We're gonna be on hiatus. We're gonna go and come up with some topics, different segments, and things like that. Come back fresh and
Better audio visual.
huh?
Nothing.
Definitely, one of the things that we're definitely going to come up with, ladies and gentlemen, is a new countdown. So it won't be as long. We're going to work on getting Trayvon.
We're going to start on time.
Yeah,
10 o'clock.
start on time.
But that don't be Trayvon all the time, by the way, guys. Just want to put that out.
We're going to work on getting Trayvon a lace front. Going to work on getting Patrick some Rogaine.
Hey, I know somebody who can hook you up too, bro. How you looking like LeBron James?
That's why he looks stupid. That's number one.
Done.
Hey.
I am done with y'all. It's time to
Oh,
So yeah,
Look,
tonight's our
we've
season
been doing
finale.
this since the beginning of the pandemic. We gotta take a little break.
Yeah, we do.
well,
I got
you
a
know,
paper to
the
write,
holidays
y'all.
are coming up, guys. We have families. We've got to make sure. And then listen, I get to bed at 1 o'clock. This is my Donald Trump hats. I get to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and it's great. Okay, it's great. It's really big. It's really big. Show's really good.
You
I
got
get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
You got to do it better. I get to bed at 1 o'clock. No, seriously, 1 o'clock. There's no one in the history that has ever been to bed at 1 o'clock, folks. There's no other 1 o'clock other than 1 o'clock.
The 1 o'clock that I go to bed.
Seriously,
done tens and thousands, tens of
Right,
thousands.
right.
nothing like it, folks.
Oh boy.
Obama never went to bed at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's it. He's going to find a way to pull Obama in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody has gone to bed at 1 o'clock since probably Abraham Lincoln.
and you know what? And also Jesus also was another one.
And hey,
African American, that's why you need me, because I stay up past 12. I stay up to 1 o'clock.
Hey guys, and you know,
Next segment.
I'm the biggest Christian there is. I'm the biggest. I've got to be the best Christian there is.
Who's going to do Joe Biden?
America needs.
Just want to shut up.
Will you shut up?
Didn't they call him Donald?
Plenty of people go to bed at 1 o'clock. You know, Obama used to eat cookies at 1 o'clock. My good friend.
Where's the fly?
Vice President, I'm talking. Vice President, I'm talking.
Right.
Oh boy, Camila let him have it, bro. That was good.
Gotta keep Trump in office. Gotta keep him.
For the comedy.
Next.
Brandon's about to get you. Say it.
I'm not messing with it. You better move on, man. I don't know what the heck you think is it. Boy, move, man. That boy over here.
Hey, all right, y'all. So you guys got that season finale, and now we get ready to go into our segment. One's got to go. Oh, not coming soon. It's here. One's got to go. All right.
Hey,
one's got to go.
We might do a pop-up show in between the time this break and coming back. We might do a pop-up show.
Yeah, you might see that happen.
Sherm, you just said if the boy
did.
lose, you're gonna
You
pop
did.
up and do it. So you get
Yeah. Now I'm telling y'all right now.
If I win, Sherman, you need to do a show that celebrates me as well. Is that not going to happen?
Nah.
no,
You gonna get a
bro, we
congratulatory
don't celebrate victories over here, boy. We only laugh at defeat.
Brandon.
Lady
Oh,
Blandon, I'm done.
oh God.
Hey, who's gonna be with Trey on election night? Because I want to see that picture. I want somebody to get a picture.
Man, you know I ain't coming down.
I'm by myself.
Boy, I can't come down there, man. Throw a virtual party though, bro.
One's got to go.
I got to see what the numbers are like. If they start announcing at 11 o'clock, right? So that's when we start watching the numbers go up. So around 11:50, when we start seeing that last poll come in, if I don't like I'm doing it, I'll go live. And the bad part would be if it happened like when I ran for city council, it looked like I was in the lead. Then all of a sudden that last precinct put the numbers in, and all the numbers jumped up on his side. I was like, yeah, oh my God. I'll never run for anything again. This whole city's, and nobody votes. So
Told you.
First of all, you're not listening to Mac talk about Fayetteville at all.
So we're looking at coming back strong in January, guys. So that'll give us a few months to come up with
That's
some
actually not a few.
creativity. Yep.
It's a couple, ain't it?
you'll find a way. Okay, one's gotta go, guys. If you've never been on the show before, you never showed us. First of all, share this right now because this is where
They've never been on the show before. We're not about to explain to you what this is. This is the last show.
In the last 20 minutes.
How long we been doing this?
Did you not hear what I said? If they've never been on the show, Brandon, it doesn't matter how long we've been doing it. Okay.
Whoa, why are you coming for me? Mac said it first. That's your problem. That's your problem. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear me when I say something good. You only hear when I say something bad.
Aaron, he was next, but you got to remember, Brandon. Aaron's my favorite.
Oh man,
and that's a public statement. I don't care who knows. Okay.
Just wrong, man. Just wrong. Do the ones gotta go, cause I gotta go.
All right, one's gotta go, y'all. All right, hold on, look, check this out. Kiani said this is like a TV show. Been gone for 6 months before we introduce
What happened to Power?
For those of y'all who just started tuning in, they have been doing this for a while. Oh, but look, well, hold.
Not Netflix.
But you said Power. What's the other show? Remember the little Saving Dion? Did y'all ever see that one?
I couldn't get through it. I couldn't.
It was good. If you got
weird.
the episode after that, it was pretty good. Yeah. But it never came back. It's like
but Ghost, it did like 5 episodes and it just stopped.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
And it's not worth watching.
No, it is worth watching.
Okay.
The network people said it's not worth watching, so they cut their losses and kept moving.
I don't agree with that.
Hey, they have voted that the ladies have a show. They're not gonna do it, guys. Just letting y'all know. Okay?
They're definitely not gonna do it this late.
Yeah, definitely not. You're not gonna do it. They're normally in bed.
Oh my goodness.
They're not gonna do it at all.
Watching us.
They ain't gonna do it at all.
Oh.
We are.
They ain't doing it. You know. All right, y'all. So here we go. First one. Let's do it. I couldn't remember if we did this before, but even if not.
Man,
This being the last show, they better be good.
Here we go.
Wing.
One's gotta go.
Oh, one's
Gotta
gotta
go?
go. Leg.
Oh, hold on. Let me take the banner off, y'all.
If one's got to go, it's got to be that dry
That
behind breath.
We
Leg.
did
gotta
this
go.
before because Brandon said
Right.
the exact same thing.
You know it as it did, and I'll say it again. That's got to go.
Okay, so I agree. The breast has to go.
Yeah, nobody's gonna eat that.
Told you. Look at
You know the amount of hot sauce you gotta have to
I
eat
ain't
that.
cheating on it.
You need the whole bottle to eat that piece of chicken, boy.
I hate legs.
They're
I
the
hate
best
legs.
You
part.
really do?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wait. I need to go through some comments on the chicken.
Yeah, everybody's saying breast. This is just
Nah, I see some legs too.
man, like one leg,
I
maybe
say by
two.
leg.
What do y'all have against the leg?
It's the best part. Let's stop there.
Nah, I like the wing.
Gravy and water.
Hot sauce and wow.
You trying to make some gravy train, ain't you?
Hot sauce and gravy and water. Yeah, right.
Let me tell you, I kill a thigh.
Oh yeah, thigh is good. But I mean, the wing is the best, followed by the leg.
We're talking about chicken.
Yeah, we're talking about chicken.
Saying?
Yeah,
Well,
you need to put it up while we're talking. Honestly,
So people just won't think.
Because the way it was said, I tear a thigh up. We're talking about
hey, that's gonna be on my.
Hold on. Why we couldn't talk about how Brandon talked about the leg? He said the leg is always.
I was going to get to that.
throw out my thigh. Shoot.
You're trying to get a blogger to edit our video and have it going viral.
Oh,
Sherman
Lord.
said the legs stink.
Right. Local pastors talking about thighs and legs. Yeah.
That boy never put the photo back up, though, man. He don't want to help us. He don't want to help us.
I've already changed it out. That's why. My bad.
You good, man. You good.
All right, guys, we can go to the next one if you want. Oh, wait.
There go the usher.
Y'all
The
not
usher.
eating the gristle.
That.
Y'all don't eat the chicken, period. I'm with you on that, dog.
Hey,
I'm with you on that.
that's why I love the leg. The leg got that good piece of gristle on there,
Yeah.
boy.
Brandon,
Hey, Aaron.
a good piece of gristle, too.
The thigh too,
But
man.
I meant to ask you and tell you Jeremiah was eating chicken the other day at your anniversary in church, sitting next to me. A whole piece of chicken. He would go down and be like, and I look, say, now I'm just let me stop. Oh yeah, I do. I need to.
Hey man, put up the disclaimer, bro. I know you see that jump, Bo. Disclaimer down here. Your usher trying to help you.
I put that up a long time ago.
Oh, I ain't see my fault.
Yeah,
my
no,
fault.
you good. All right, here we go. Next one. Now, this one, for those of you that know, all of the brothers are into wrestling or have been into wrestling. All right. So
Not this new wrestling.
Here we go. You ready? What's that doing?
It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard, bro.
As hard as this is for me to do.
Wait, Brandon, before you
to
say it, Brandon, let me brace myself because I don't want you to make me mad.
No, I'm gonna have to say, as much as I don't want to do, I'm gonna have to do Shawn Michaels.
Okay. I was gonna say Shawn Michaels gotta go
Just
too.
the
Okay.
sexy boy. Sexy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's gonna have to be Shawn Michaels.
Because all these guys, entertainers.
I got too much.
Shawn Michaels was good in entertainment. Sherman don't like this. Sherman don't like it.
No,
got
I
too much
mean,
respect for the Undertaker.
Sherman.
I can't let the Undertaker go. Longevity.
Right. Well, not just longevity. He was a beast wrestler. Now, entertainment-wise, Shawn beats him.
No, bro.
Shawn
When
beats
that
him.
dude,
Man.
when that dude was walking out, scaring you, come on, bro.
Oh, that was the entertainment.
That's the spectacle, man.
The lights going out.
The person, listen.
As you're going like this.
Listen, hold on, y'all. You have to keep in mind when you say one's got to go, that's all of their work. So if there's no Shawn Michaels, there's no DX.
Sherman.
There's no Triple H.
Sherman.
Who
Listen to me.
cares?
One just got to go for the
Who cares?
I
You just-
care.
You did the same
Bruh,
thing with one of the
Who
other ones.
cares?
Okay?
You're talking about who you gonna let go of then? Name one. Who would you let
The
go of?
person who made this.
If it wasn't for Shawn Michaels, I would not have got kicked out of class.
Wait, hold on, wait. I was getting ready to go back
Chin
to the
music.
Aaron,
Sweet chin music. Brandon,
wait.
tuning up the band. Are
Sure.
you? Come on.
I'm cool with. I get it. What I'm saying is, if I have to choose one, it's gonna be Shawn Michaels. You can't get rid of Undertaker. You
I
know
agree
you
with-
can't get rid of Stone Cold, and you know you can't
You don't
get
even.
rid of the
You
Rock.
don't even deserve to say his
Whoa,
name
whoa,
right
whoa,
now.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Go back. What?
I
Wow.
knew what you was going to say.
Wow, hard times.
Look,
I try to help you.
You know what?
I try to help you by moving along.
that means you only know The Rock because of movies.
Not
Hold
wrestling.
on. No.
Don't you hear sick Trayvon sermon?
No. She was over.
Patrick,
It has begun.
it has me going.
This late, Pat.
It's the last show. It's the last show.
Look, Pat, might as well.
She over there watching WCW.
What?
Bruh, I'm just saying. I can bring myself and say Shawn Michaels. The Undertaker? I mean, the Undertaker.
Yeah,
The Undertaker.
yeah, that's the Undertaker. I can't say the Undertaker. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude used to walk out scary as all get out.
He would literally walk out, do his hair like that, and his eyes.
Yeah.
No. I be like, that's
Hey,
a
bruh, I'm gonna have to go back and screen
Trey,
record
do
this.
that one more time.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to go back and screen record it.
That Joker was terrible.
Oh,
His
man.
eyes was to the back of his head and Kane. Now, let me ask you a question real quick. Let me take this off screen. Did anybody else believe that Kane was really his brother? Because that was a story for the longest.
Yeah.
Okay, when did you find out that wasn't true?
When he took his mask off.
He took that mask off.
Yeah, I think that was the worst move WWF did. They should have never made him take his mask off.
No, because he went
Man,
down.
when he took that mask off, woo,
Yeah,
He was no longer scary.
yeah. No,
he was scary.
he
Still.
became nice.
Oh my God, bro.
Did somebody say now? Did somebody little Courtney? She really said the Undertaker was the most entertaining. Definitely not.
What?
I don't know about the most entertaining.
Nah, it was definitely The Rock was the most entertaining.
Definitely The Rock.
Hands down.
Okay, Aaron, we don't have much.
And Goldberg.
I need you to tell us what the heck you did to get kicked out of class. That's okay. I know.
It was in the DX era.
I was gonna say I know. That's why I thought about it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why are we going down?
If you're not down with that,
Oh God,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
boy,
And what
I'm
was his
weak as
name?
all get out. That dude just tried to do the Undertaker face, bruh.
That's true. Alicia Wright, though. He's the only one that raised from the my dead. He's the only one. You can't get rid of him.
Okay, last thing in wrestling, and yet this is a lightning round. All right, best finishing move. What's y'all favorite finishing move?
Hold on.
Out
Let me
of
put
the
him back
four?
up.
No, just in general.
Oh, favorite finish move. Oh man.
Oh, just in general.
I say, hey, if I'm talking about lead up to it, I'm talking Goldberg.
Goldberg all day. Thank you.
I'm talking Goldberg.
Well,
When
hold
he-
on. Hold
When
on.
he
I
spear
can give you that.
and get
I will
up
give you
and
that.
do that, you know.
Now
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the RKO. It comes out of nowhere.
Diamond Cutter.
Okay, listen,
Nah,
Sherman.
nah.
Okay, but hold on, Sherman. I mean, Brandon, the whole Goldberg thing. Okay, I'm with you with Goldberg, right? My issue with Goldberg is he's
Don't
not
you disrespect
WWE.
Goldberg. Don't you?
He's not real WWE. He's WCW.
He's
He only
definitely.
came over because Vince McMahon bought out the company.
So that's WWE. Trey.
So he's not a real WWE. So I'm
It
just
doesn't
saying,
matter. He's Goldberg. You got it.
Don't
he's
you
Goldberg.
disrespect Goldberg?
My man walks
Well,
out.
I guess I
He
just
walks
like-
out with police.
I guess I just
They
wanna
bang on the door, and you can hear.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was the absolute
I
best.
don't know what's
in
going on
everything.
back there.
No. Look, Stone. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Stone Cold
Stone
Steve-
Cold's stunner was only popular because of The Rock. The Rock really sold the stunner.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay,
after him,
can we
everybody.
do one more show on
Yeah.
wrestling, please?
And
That's not
Cooley's
true.
son.
That is true. Look at when he started doing the stunner.
Hey man, hey, we
we
got to get back to one's got to go.
Hey,
We can
look,
talk
though.
wrestling show.
Look though, the stunner was really only good if he wasn't in a match.
Right.
That's
It was
true,
when
yeah.
he randomly did the family, the McMahon family, random
No, that's
people.
when that joke was funny.
Yeah, that's
You want a drink? Here, drink with old Stone Cold. I mean, I'm telling you.
All right, what's
man.
next?
All right, the next one.
Patrick, we're sorry. Hulk Hogan, does those ring the bell?
Hey man,
Yokozuna,
Andre the Giant.
Are you on?
Andre the Giant,
Jake
All right,
the
y'all, this is
Snake.
the last one.
Jake the Snake. Hey, didn't Jake the Snake have a Bible?
Yeah, he always quoted John 3:16. That's where Austin got it
Are we
from.
doing another wrestling one, man? We don't got another
man.
one.
I would probably go with the APA or the Dudley Boys.
That has to go.
Yeah, one's got to go.
Oh, one's got to go. Oh, Edge and
Yeah,
Edge and Christian, get out of here.
they were
yeah,
garbage.
Hardy
Yeah.
Boys are from North Carolina. We got to keep them.
yep.
You remember when Edge and Christian was trying to be vampires?
What?
They got to go.
Oh, yeah.
Keep up. Get the table.
Oh God.
We done did that on so many people.
Yeah,
Thunder.
go.
Hey, there's video of me wrestling in 7th grade that
We done
I'm
put
seeing.
people through some lunch tables.
All right.
Man,
This dude,
Wait, can I ask a question? Y'all say get rid of the Dudleys or Edge and Christian?
Edge
Edge
and
Edge and
Christian.
Christian,
Why didn't you choose the Dudleys?
they're from North Carolina.
no, Hardy
No.
Boys are from North
Oh,
Carolina.
I'm sorry. My fault.
The Dudleys,
Wait,
Dudleys
wait,
were-
I think the Dudleys were from here too.
Dudley
No.
Boys were great.
Yeah,
they
they were
put
still
people through
good.
tables.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry. And then the Hardy Boys was jumping through tables.
I'm about to go watch some wrestling videos after this.
I think so too. Sometimes I get caught up in that little moment.
And Bradshaw, the clothesline from hell.
Man, they were just ruthless.
Yeah,
I
my-
didn't really care for those guys, man.
huh?
How you
Yeah,
have
but-
this
I'm
and
not saying
not
they
have
weren't.
Hardy either?
I'm not saying
That girl,
they weren't good.
hey
I didn't really
man,
care for Bradshaw and what you
Man, he should have knocked some people's heads off. Good God.
All right.
That won't fake.
Nah.
Y'all remember
Yeah, we got
Halloween?
6 minutes. I want to do this real quick. Hold on. Shoot. I want to show this. And y'all ain't going to, y'all just shut up.
Somebody said
no man, what in the?
Shut up.
Hey,
Shut up.
we got to be careful with Stone Cold.
Hey, please,
make sure
hey,
you know- make sure
hey,
you
bro.
mute it.
let me. Hey, bro, I'm off.
You can't
That's when the
tell
stunner
me.
was good, man.
You can't tell me that wasn't life. That was good. I darn watched the video before I darn played it. I knew what was coming.
Have you ever been stunned before, though?
Absolutely, and don't want it to happen again because they did it the wrong way. They did it the right way. That was the problem. My brothers
This dude,
around stunning each other.
this dude here, he forgot the one thing that happens before he does the stunner.
What's that? Oh, he didn't do it this time. He did it after.
No, he did stick up his middle finger, then he.
Yeah,
He stuck him up after though.
no.
We
Oh,
weren't watching.
That's why we were trying to encourage. That's why we were encouraging you to stop. I watched the whole video before I put it up.
We got 5 minutes until we end this show tonight. You guys have been an amazing audience. Thank y'all so much for watching us every Tuesday night that we were on. You guys supported, you shared, you pushed, all of that great stuff. You encourage us to keep doing it. This is actually
I got a question.
Do you see these? Do you see these comments? People mad at you for doing these ones today.
I have a question. Why do we always try to stay on till 12 as if we're giving them a 2-hour show and we got on at 10:30?
Because it's Trayvon. Trayvon.
Because they're used to us being on at 12. It's our fault we got on late.
No, Pharaoh, let us go.
Especially you gonna keep asking these wrestling questions.
Now, when we come back next season, I won't be leading the show. I won't be doing all of this, okay? Sherman or Brandon will do it. They're complaining Carmichaels, okay?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I wouldn't say this. I wouldn't say this to your face, but I think Sherman would do a better job. I'm just kidding.
I think Sherman does a better job too.
Just kidding, man.
Trey
You did a good job, Trey.
Trey's done a phenomenal time.
Done a good job, man. We just gotta get you some. We gotta get you some training for the
Karina.
AV stuff, so you come back ready and fresh for the next time.
Not the board.
Aaron will tell you, we are the board, okay? All right, you don't form your own board in this church. Tell them, Junior. Tell them how it go.
No, that's right.
The Apostle Paul says.
All right.
Hey, man, Mac, I've been looking for the Crete sermon. I need you to help me find that. I'm sorry, before I forgot.
I don't think my church was. That was my second anniversary, bro. I haven't recorded yet.
Hey, real quick, what would y'all do? Brandon, you don't have to answer this. Never mind. No question. Go ahead. Later. I didn't want to ask one line. Hey, for everybody watching, how, like, if Trayvon doesn't get voted in, how do y'all want us to go live? Y'all want us to go live right then? Y'all want us to create a show? I want to know.
I'm not gonna be a part of this.
Mac's not gonna be a part, and I'm gonna try my best to stay away.
No, Brandon, you gotta be on it.
But I'll be around.
Oh, real quick. Brandon, I had coleslaw. It's garbage.
Hey, bro, you know what? What time?
Brandon,
I don't got enough time.
The problem is, he said he had coleslaw. Where did you have coleslaw from? Because he specifically told you to go to Cookout.
And you can't just say you had coleslaw. That's like saying you had ketchup. Coleslaw is not a side. It is.
That's not gonna work.
It goes on the sandwich. You can't just eat coleslaw on the side. Be like, I had coleslaw. It's like you just ate ketchup or you just ate mustard.
I had it on barbecue. It was garbage.
On the side, on the top, on the bottom, it still tastes like sticker bras.
I'm gonna tell you what
it's like wet grass.
It tastes like crocodile snot. It was disgusting.
That's because y'all don't know how to eat. Number one, y'all palate so simple. It's simple.
Mac said it tastes like sticker what, Mac?
Sticker bras.
What is that?
We grew up saying sticker bars. Sticker bars.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
It was garbage.
Those of you that say flaw belong.
Alicia says it was a barbecue egg roll at the fair.
That had coleslaw on it. It was.
Bro, no wonder you didn't. Man, what are you doing? I said get a burger with coleslaw on it. Now go find the craziest thing you can find and put coleslaw on it and hope for the best.
Garbage.
Trayvon, that comment was for you.
What comment? Which one?
That one right there.
Oh, the one that 60-second thing?
Recreate the Wayans brother theme.
Now, didn't I do that already? I did that on our by
Nobody
ourselves.
told you not to do it.
You did that.
You stop doing it. Trey, you stop doing it.
Stop doing what?
The brothers thing.
You told me to stop.
I
told
did
you.
You were
not.
going to recreate it. Yes.
Y'all
No,
did
that
tell
was
me
Aaron.
stop.
Give it to me. I'll recreate it.
That was Aaron.
I have another brother. Won't
No,
call
I
him,
didn't say that.
but everybody is whack.
I didn't say that.
That was you, Sherman. You said send it to me. I'll recreate it.
That was Sherman.
Oh no, so just because Aaron says that, I said that,
It
make
makes it true. Absolutely.
no.
Aaron said it, I believe it, and that's
Yeah.
settled.
This is how I remember, because I was supposed to do the flyer, and Sherman said, "Send me the video, and I'll recreate it."
Aaron, you
Well,
still
Aaron,
sermon.
The
Nobody-
flyer is behind you. The flyer is behind you.
Aaron, you still sermon. No, we don't trust anybody who steals sermons. Aaron's been preaching. He's been. His wife writes his sermons.
Well,
Little Alana be writing his sermons.
That boy be up there with crayons.
That boy be up there stealing.
Oh, appreciate it, Jarrell. We appreciate that, man. Oh boy.
All right, it's 12:02. Good night, y'all.
Wish
What
y'all
time?
in January. Wish y'all a
Nikki
Merry
said we need,
Christmas.
I mean, not Nikki. Alicia said we need to before
We
come
gonna do a
back.
Christmas special?
I guess we'll come back up here soon.
We not on Christmas Day. I'm just talking about Christmas. I ain't doing nothing on Christmas Day.
We'll
do a
let you know in
Christmas
advance.
special. Yeah, we'll get a video shooting.
Oh,
Kareem
man,
has
is
high
basketball
hopes,
coming
bro.
right before Christmas Day? How we gonna have Christmas Day without basketball?
It's gonna be weird. But you know what happened, baby.
The Dodgers won the World Series. I must
Wow.
depart from you.
Oh, they won?
They won.
Oh,
I didn't
thought
see
LA is crazy. They got basketball and baseball.
Football next.
All right, guys, for real, we
Say
love
what y'all
y'all so
want, bro. I got the hat over there waiting.
Thank y'all for being a part of the Brothers Podcast and making us feel welcome. All right. So again, we're going to go back and strategize. In the meantime, if you have ideas for us, here's some things, and you have some of the resources that you feel like you want us to use. Let me put it this way: if you want us to get new flyers, and you can help with that, do that. If you want us to create videos, that stuff costs. Help with that. Right? Anyway,
Send money with your suggestions.
there you go. We'll give you. We'll buy cash
Patrick
app.
Grace 85 is the cash app.
These
But
folks about to
that's
show
not
us
the
they don't
one,
like us that much.
That's not the one.
Yeah, I don't like you that.
You,
I'm trying to help you.
you want to sow your seed tonight? You can do so at the cash app.
$ A McNair.
Patrick Grace 85.
Nicole,
Patrick,
Nicole, help.
was that Patrick? Was that you
Nicole, I don't know
graduated
what
from high
mine is.
school? 85?
Wow.
What? What's the? Because I know you weren't born. All right, we love everybody.
Pat, no, he won't born no
You just try to
85,
say
boy.
You just try to say he's older than my parents.
Sherman.
Hey, Brad, that boy's social security number is 3.
Sherman.
Oh my God.
You still mad
That
because
boy
Trump won't
wouldn't
let
have-
your people cross the border?
Oh, Lord.
Pat, too far, Pat. Too far. Too far, Pat. Jeez Louise.
Did we talk about Jesus tonight?
I just knew you was gonna say 3, bro.
Oh. Well, that girl put up the church one. What about me?
Want me to leave, Brandon?
That's fine. I ain't mad. I mean, I'm happy either way. Trust me. I ain't mad a bit. If y'all sold to St. Charles, I love it.
It's 12:05.
All right, listen.
It's been a wonderful season.
It has.
It has. All right. Hey, before we go, Kiani asked, can we pray? So can one of y'all pray? Because y'all will say I'll take too long.
Absolutely.
You haven't prayed all season. Go ahead and pray.
I prayed.
Brand, me or you?
That's fine. I can pray. You've done it already.
Praying too.
All right, so let's pray. Father, thank you so much just for this time that we've had to come together, to fellowship, to laugh, and to try to find joy even in the midst of this pandemic. And we're praying, Lord, that you continue to bless each and every one of us, all that are on tonight, all that have shared with us in this experience. We're praying, God, that you bless their families, those who may be sick, those who may be struggling with mental issues, all the kind of things we've been talking about. God, we're praying that you touch them from the crown of their head to the soles of their feet. We're praying, Lord, also for our brothers as we've been pouring out every single week, almost every week, as we've been pouring out in our churches and pouring out online and pouring out different places. We thank you that you've given us this opportunity to rest, to restore ourselves, and to come back ready to do have a good time as well. We pray for those that are watching. We pray for their strength, pray for their families. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 All right, everybody. Good night. Love y'all. Have a great one. Peace. As we always say.
Early Sunday morning. See y'all.